Hi, welcome back to the Rural Project. My name's Chris and you are back here with me at the land. It's been about a week since I was last here. Last time I was here I was pulling up a couple of logs from down in the gully. So pulled up from down there, just picked them up with the excavator now and just put them on the hillside there. Reposition the excavator, ready for some more fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head down the hill. I've got a few trees that have got to be dropped to the ground. So as you look here, it's the dead one, there's not a lot on it, so that one's coming down, and then as you can see in this area here there's a few that are laid on the floor which just need to be kind of bucked to length and any odds and sods of limbs taken off them so that I can get a clean drag. Now the plan is get down there with a chainsaw, cut them up, then bring the rope back up here. And I'm going to try and turn the excavator into a bit of a skyline anchor. So I'm going to put a pulley on the end of the boom, end of the stick, and put that up in the air, put the capstan winch down to the bottom, so we'll have the rope going from the capstan winch up into the air and then down to the log. Because those are not massive logs, but it's going to help a lot if I can get the nose of them up in the air as I drag them up here, and then I want to drag them onto this area so I can just pick them and drop them on the hill and buck them another day. Getting very conscious of the weather, that pretty soon it's going to get really warm here, another month or so, so I'm pretty desperate to get in here and get all of this cleared out, even if it means I've got all the logs just sat on the hill behind me waiting to be bucked and moved. That's a much easier job to do when the weather's a lot warmer. Right, let's get into it. Okay, so first task, let's take down this old dead tree. Now looking at this, it's not stringy bark, but I have no idea what sort of tree it is, but luckily it's got a great lean that way, which is the way that I want it to go. So we'll just put a simple cut in and get this thing on the ground, take the limbs off and get it dragged up the hill. Okay, we've got tree down, limbed, all the wood that I'm going to keep, bit here, another pile there, and all the scraps. All the scraps are here. I've been a bit ruthless, like I said, this is about clearing this area, it's not about gathering firewood. So I need to get rid of all the wood that's dead standing and laid on the floor around here. So that's a burn pile for the future. Now within there, there's a log there which I will keep, because there are a few they were put there in 2017, something like that, 2018. There's a few logs there that I will keep. Right, we're going to go up the hill now. We'll get the capstan winch set up and we'll get some of these logs dragged up to the excavator. Okay, so what we have now is the Rural Project Yada. So we've got a simple drag line heading down to the logs at the bottom, coming up through a pulley block and then down to the capstan winch. And obviously everybody's thinking, oh my god, what could go wrong? So I've had a think about this. I'm only dragging up some very light logs to start with, and I certainly won't do that with any of the big ones, but I want to drag them up in one piece, so we'll get them up and then we'll get them over the edge onto this bit of road. So I think it's quite capable of doing that. It's one of those things, you're not here and don't know the weight of those logs compared to I am here, and I know what I'm feeling when I'm lifting them. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I've actually just spun the excavator around, so I'm going to be standing in this side, so if there is anything that goes wrong, the excavator is not going to fall towards me, the pulley is going to be in the opposite direction, so the worst case scenario, it did go over the edge, I'm on this side, and I've got a big clear area behind me. And what I'm also going to do is I'm only going to put 2 wraps on the capstan winch. So again, if anything goes wrong, I'm just going to be able to let go of the rope and the logs will drop to the floor. Right, let's get this going and see it in action. it worked, but crap idea. Not gonna happen again. You've got to be way high. And if I start putting the boom right up high, I'm gonna have to put some back braces in to certainly stop it tipping over. Anyway, I tried it. I thought I'd give it a go. We'll go back to the original way that I was doing this. But let's get down, drag the next ones up, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, so this is much safer now. Don't feel too bad that last one, and I'm sure there's some improvements I can make to it, but I don't know. Thought I'd try it. Wasn't impressed, so we'll go back to the normal way. So this is connected back to the log grab. Log grab is down into the ground. The excavator is anchored with the blade down. This rope is heading down to some logs down there. Oh, we'll take up the slack. One thing you got to be careful of when you're doing this is you don't get your feet caught up in the rope, even though it's loose on the ground. Because if things do go wrong and the tension on here gives, the rope shoots out that way under a lot of tension, and if your feet are on the ground, you'll get caught up and dragged towards it. Right, let's get this going. This log is a big lump. Be interesting to see if we can get this up or not. This end, it gets a bit thicker towards the end there, and it is quite a good length. Alright, let's see how we go. Okay, first attempt at the big log. Let's see how we go. Alright, yeah, we got that big one up. That's awesome. Right, we have plenty more to have a go at. So I think it's going to be time now to work my way through some of those. A few of those are not too bad, they just need cutting off of the butt and then dragging up. The issue is going to be when they drop down into the gully and seeing if we can actually make sure they don't get jammed on the way up and out the gully. So what I might do is I might actually take the capstan winch down there and kind of drag them through the gully, work close to the log to start with, which I think will be a bit easier, and then if there are any issues I'm right there, as opposed to me going up and down this bloody hill, which is exhausting. Right, let's get down there, let's get some more logs dragged. Okay, Mr. Chainsaw has been out, so the log that you see here, cut that off at the butt. We've also separated a log around here because there's a few pieces coming off there, some branches, so they're all separated. This long log here, that's separated now at the butt. branch was hanging over here. It's cut there as you can see, but also down at the butt, that section of log has been cut. We've got a few trees now ready for dragging up the hill. One thing I've just noticed, look at this for a widowmaker. So following this tree up, it gets to the top and there's a fork in the trunk at the top, and that tree, which is this one here, that one leans and lays in the fork at the top. When I've had a good look up there, it certainly looks like it's been there a long time, because the tree that's alive is starting to sort of grow around the other one. So this was one of my trees to pull out, so I'm going to have a think about how we'll get rid of that one. Right, let's get this capstan winch going again, and we'll drag all of those trees that I just mentioned into this area. So you can see the capstan winch just connected to that tree. We've pulled up one small one already just to test the process. And what we'll do now is, I think we'll grab the end of this one and drag that up. Actually, we'll leave. I did connect it onto this tree, so I think we'll try it with this one first, and then we'll move over to that one. Right, and that's that tree dragged into the open. I'll get the saw on a couple of these because they're going to get hung up as we drag it all the way up the hill. Surprising the big difference. You pull one tree out and all of a sudden an area looks so different. I've got 1, 2, 3 more than I need to do in this area, and then I'll be moving on a bit further down. That's pretty good. I think I'll do those 3 now, and then we'll see what time we've got. Plowed a bit of a furrow in the ground, but it's over the worst, and now I'll reconnect and it'll be a straight pull up to the excavator. What we'll do now, just take the rope across there, grab those other 2 smaller branches, drag them out into the open, and I think this area is done. You can see there I did a little bit of a tidy up when I was on the other side, and create another bit of a burn pile. I'll decide later whether I move all that into one pile or have 2 fires on the go. We'll see. Okay, there's one more pull with 2 more branches. Let's go do that now. Okay, we are done for the day. It's nearly 3 o'clock. I need to head home. Got stuff to do at home, but we've got this area cleared. I'm very happy with the results for a few hours of work. You can see this area here was full of trees, so they're all gone. Pile of branches ready for burning, and all the big stuff is dragged in the open, ready for dragging up the hill. So this has taken 4 hours. That's 4 hours of work to move all this stuff. and create the burn piles. There's one burn pile there, and another one here. 4 hours hard work, but it's going to look good once it's finished, and once all the grass and everything's settled back in and sort of taken over from all the scars and moving everything. But I reckon, yeah, I think this is the hardest part. So I reckon another sort of 2 hours or something on another day, and I'll maybe even have one night after work, and I'll have all this wood pulled up to the top. If I can get it up there, be able to reach over with the excavator, grab a hold, move it out of the way, and this section is totally done. Okay, listen, thanks for watching wherever you are in the world. Really do appreciate you watching. Do me a favour, click the like button, and stay tuned, because there'll be more videos just like this one coming up soon on the Rural Project.